The 8 awarenesses of great people, Ha-chi-dai Ninkaku. Ultimately, Buddhism is supposed to be practical, and its traditional reservation about philosophy is that in the excitement of intellectual exercise, there is a tendency to forget that the teachings are meant to be applied. One of the great Buddhist teachers of China put it in these terms: first comes understanding, without which action is blind. Then comes action, without which understanding is ineffective. Finally, understanding and action become one. Don't do any evil. Do what is good, and purify the mind. This is the teaching of all Buddhas. This ancient formulation of Buddhism sums up the message of the final 3 chapters of Shōbōgenzō to be presented in this volume. Together, they illustrate 3 fundamental phases or elements of Zen, found throughout the whole of Buddhist teachings: detachment, integration, and harmonization of detachment and integration. The 8 awarenesses of great people, ostensibly written for mendicants, but applying to lay people as well, may be considered a general outline of the main elements of Buddhist practice concerning detachment. The result of nirvana is sometimes referred to as coolness, dispassion, non-contentiousness. The peace and mind and clarity thus received are one facet of liberation. The 8 awarenesses of great people. The Buddhas are great people. As these are what is realized by great people, they are called the awareness of great people. Realizing these principles is the basis of nirvana. This was the final teaching of our original teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha, on the night he passed away into final extinction. 1. Having few desires, not extensively seeking objects of desire, not yet attained, is called having few desires. Buddha said, "You monks should know that people with many desires seek to gain a lot, and therefore their afflictions are also many. Those with few desires have no seeking and no craving, so they don't have this problem. You should cultivate having few desires, even for this reason alone, to say nothing of the fact that having few desires can produce virtues. People with few desires are free from flattery and deviousness, whereby they might seek to curry people's favor, and they also are not under the compulsion of their senses. Those who act with few desires are calm, without worry or fear. Whatever the situation, there is more than enough. There is never insufficiency. Those who have few desires have nirvana." 2. Being content. To take what one has got within bounds is called being content. Buddha said, "O monks, if you want to shed afflictions, you should observe contentment. The state of contentment is the abode of prosperity and happiness, peace and tranquility. Those who are content may sleep on the ground and still consider it comfortable. Those who are not content would be dissatisfied, even in heaven. Those who are not content are always caught up in sensual desires. They are pitied by those who are content." 3. Enjoying quietude. Leaving the clamor and staying alone in deserted places is called enjoying quietude. Buddha said, "O monks, if you wish to seek the peace and happiness of quietude and non-striving, you should leave the clamor and live without clutter in a solitary place. People in quiet places are honored by the gods. Therefore, you should leave your own group as well as other groups. Stay alone in a deserted place and think about extirpating the root of all suffering. Those who like crowds suffer the vexations of crowds, just as a big tree will suffer withering and breakage when flocks of birds gather on it. Worldly ties and clinging sink you into a multitude of pains, like an old elephant sunk in the mud, unable to get itself out." 4. Diligence. Diligently cultivating virtues without interruption is called diligence, pure and unalloyed, advancing without regression. Buddha said, "O monks, If you make diligent efforts, nothing is hard. Therefore, you should be diligent. It is like even a small stream being able to pierce rock if it continually flows. If the practitioner's mind flags and gives up time and again, that is like drilling for fire, but stopping before heat is produced. Though you want to get fire, fire can hardly be gotten this way. 5. Unfailing recollection. This is also called keeping right mindfulness. Keeping the teachings without loss is called right mindfulness, and also called unfailing recollection. Buddha said, "O monks, if you seek a good companion and seek a good protector and helper, nothing compares to unfailing recollection. Those who have unfailing recollection cannot be invaded by thieving afflictions. Therefore, you should concentrate your thoughts and keep mindful. One who loses mindfulness loses virtues. If one's power of mindfulness is strong, even if one enters among the thieving desires, one will not be harmed by them. It is like going to the front lines wearing armor. Then one has nothing to fear." 6. Cultivating meditation concentration. Dwelling on the teaching without distraction is called meditation concentration. Buddha said, "O monks, if you concentrate the mind, it will be in a state of stability, and you will be able to know the characteristics of the phenomena arising and perishing in the world. Therefore, you should energetically cultivate and learn the concentrations. If you attain concentration, your mind will not be distracted. Just as a household careful of water builds a dam, so does the practitioner, for the sake of the water of knowledge and wisdom, cultivate meditation concentration well, to prevent them from leaking. 7. Cultivating wisdom. Developing learning, thinking, and application. The realization is wisdom. Buddha said, "O monks, if you have wisdom, you will have no greedy attachment. Always examine yourselves, and do not allow any heedlessness. Then you will be able to attain liberation from ego and things. Otherwise, you are neither people of the way nor lay people. There is no way to refer to you. True wisdom is a secure ship to cross the sea of aging, sickness, and death. It is also a bright lamp in the darkness of ignorance, good medicine for all the ailing, a sharp axe to fell the trees of afflictions. Therefore, you should use the wisdom of learning, thinking, and application, and increase it yourself. If anyone has the illumination of wisdom, this is a person with clear eyes, even though it be the mortal eye." 8. Not engaging in vain talk. Realizing detachment from arbitrary discrimination is called not engaging in vain talk. When one has fully comprehended the character of reality, one will not engage in vain talk. Buddha said, "O monks, if you indulge in various kinds of vain talk, your mind will be disturbed. Even if you leave society, you will still not attain liberation. Therefore, you should immediately give up vain talk which disturbs the mind. If you want to attain bliss of tranquility and dispassion, you should extinguish the affliction of vain talk." These are the 8 awarenesses of great people. Each one contains the 8. So there are 64. If you can expand them, they must be infinite. If you summarize them, there are 64. After the final speech of the great teacher, Shakyamuni, made for the instruction of the great vehicle, the ultimate discourse at the midnight on the 15th day of the 2nd month, he didn't preach anymore, and finally became utterly extinct. Buddha said, "You monks always should single-mindedly seek the path of emancipation. All things in the world, mobile and immobile, are unstable forms which disintegrate. Stop now, and don't talk anymore. The time is about past, and I am going to cross over into extinction. This is my last instruction. Therefore, students of the Buddha definitely should learn these principles. Those who do not learn them, who do not know them, are not students of Buddha. These awarenesses are the Buddha's treasury of the eye of true teaching, the sublime heart of nirvana. The fact that many now, nevertheless, do not know them, and few have read or heard of them, is due to the interference of demons. Also, those who have cultivated little virtue in the past do not hear of or see them. In the past, during the periods of the true teaching and the imitation teaching, all Buddhists knew them, and practiced and studied them. Now there are hardly one or two among 1,000 monks who know the 8 awarenesses of great people. What a pity! The decline in the degenerate age is beyond compare. While the true teaching of the Buddha is still current in the world, and goodness has not yet perished, one should hasten to learn them. Don't be lazy. It is difficult to encounter the Buddha's teaching, even in countless aeons. It is also difficult to get a human body, and even if one gets a human body, it is preferable to live as a human, where it is possible to see a Buddha, hear the teaching, leave the mundane, and attain enlightenment. Those who died before the Buddha's final extinction didn't hear of these 8 awarenesses of great people, and didn't learn them. Now we have heard of them, and learned them. This is the power of virtue cultivated in the past. Now, learning and practicing them, developing them, life after life, we will surely reach unexcelled enlightenment. Explain them to people the same as Shakyamuni Buddha, 1253.